There we go. Alright. Wait a minute. I'm so not ready. Just kind of ran up to get the stream going, so I'm gonna go into hang on mode for just a bit, and then I'm gonna keep setting up my stream. So sorry about that. Let's see, editor, stream. Where's one where I can see both? There we go. Okay, hi guys. Sorry about that. I'm still setting up, but I can still be here for you. So let's see. I kind of go over what's happening. So hi Sasha, I think. Let's see. Just gonna hurry. Try and set this all up. How are we doing? No, it's a weird start. That's because the SFM kind of didn't quite wanted to load in my models or something. It was really weird. I'm learning that SFM like looks into like your computer's file directories, and so if it doesn't find or like has a little hitch or something in that in any sort of way at all, it's like, well, we're not gonna show you it. Not gonna let you find it, even if you had it somewhere else or had it in a different file or something. You know, you can't like search to a different open up a different one and go, hey, let's see. Okay, so I just found out that my mods are gonna be not available. I'm freaking out trying to get this technical stuff going. So I'll have to entertain you guys. Let's see here. Trying to get right, everything's set up to be fit into view. Yeah, everything was just coming up real bad here. So I did watch some tutorials in the meantime. So I know 1% more than I did last time. So that's good. It means some stuff like just general navigating or figured out like setting some stuff should be a little bit better. I can hear myself. Let's turn myself off. There we go. I want, where did my chat go? Hang on. I know you guys been hanging on for quite a while. We'll get there. Boop, boop, doop, boop, doop, boop. I think we're just about ready now. Okay. So sorry about that. Let's see. Transition. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep, beep. I think we're set up. Okay. Let me know if anything breaks or something. But there we go. Okay, there we go. Cabalin. Hello. That's a fortunate name for you there. Let's see, because I can't pronounce it for you. Welcome. So this is like part 2 to my SFM animation. So I haven't really touched anything really in here much of all. So there's not much really to talk about with any of this so far. This is just my test animation. Make sure that things worked last time. So you can watch that for a bit. But how we doing? You're on time. Good, because I was a bit late today, so there you go. Hi guys, welcome. Thank you for coming. I guess it kind of worked out that you guys came in a little bit later. So anyway, hi Derpy Shoo. I don't know how to do that. Shooks. I don't know how to say it. Sorry. And Elijah, welcome back. And Derpy Shoo, thank you for joining the Discord. So I'm not very talkative on it. Usually just use my Discord just to do some updates and notifications, I guess, or like whenever I have like a new video, I like to just post it on there. The rest of the Discord crew, they like to share images. So if you have any pony images or anything like that, that could work out well. So anyway, I got this going. This took a while, just to like kind of just figure out how to settle things and figure it out. We did last time, made a story, well, we made up a story. I think we made this. We had all these different ideas. I do now have a muffin model, so that's irrelevant. But at the time of this, I don't think I'm able to access it. I looked online, that's why it took me so long. It's just like, I spent like 10-20 minutes trying to find out where my, what's going wrong, you know? That's what I was explaining earlier, is that I believe, let's see if this works. Yeah, everything's going to be errors or something where it's not. It seems to only be now portal stuff seems to be here, but if I go to user mods, I have user mods. I do know that I have user mods and workshop. I know that I do have workshop files. There's this egg. EGG. Is somebody's work now? Maybe. Some of these still don't work. Like I had a muffin, like if I just scan, it should be a workshop file. I subscribe to it. I don't know how Steam works at all. Let's see. I'm actually sure what that word means. Sorry. Sorry, Seb. I'm gonna call you that. Anyway, that's all techie stuff. So I found a random test I found that just happened to have Derpy in it. So this is the only like saving grace out of all of this is like I was able to get. I just happened to have one file that had Derpy in it. So in the test map that I wanted. So it just like happened to work with that. Because that's what we're going to be working today. Keep going back and forth, but sorry. So we chose Derpy and a clone boop each other's nose and then boop their own noses. So let me guys know if I go to Getaway actually. What's going on? Let's go to SFM Storyboard. There we go. So I set up this storyboard like really rough. You can probably tell. We'll have Derpy and then R will come up and then go boop right down her snoot, and then we'll cut to the clone Derpy, so this will be Derpy 2 I guess, and then it'll be just reverse of what's going on, so they boop each other and they just I guess can sit down or they can kind of be in a normal horse position, I don't know. Let's see, and then they boop each other's nose and it kind of zooms out, and then that's the end. I should put a big, and like star likes. Yeah. Okay. And the happy end of it. I'm a Derpy fan. Thank you. And hi Purple. Purple Toast. Thank you. She's just bony. I agree. I did have shower dots where I thought of it being a little bit differently set up, where instead I was thinking like a Spider-Man kind of style where it's kind of should be here, and then the clone one would be Spider-Man-ing the opposite way, upside down, like this. And then she would then boop the nose somehow. Over there. And then you just kind of go bop bop. And then boop the nose from there. I don't know if that's... I wanted it to be somewhat simple so I can actually get this done, but now I have like too many weird dots of like, well, wouldn't this be a fun kind of a composition though? So and then I guess it would just like zoom out from there and then just be one of them being kind of, I like drawing stick ponies just because it's easier to obviously see how fast it was to draw that out. But then it should be like flying or something. Not sure if the jiggle bones or some sort of the models have hopefully bones in them where they can in their hair. It's weird to say that the hair has bones, but it just allows for physics so that the you don't have to individually like animate the individual hair at all. So what do we like? Do we like A, where they're just kind of both kind of just sitting normally, or do we think we like B, where one of them's like upside down? Something like that. And then when we do like the zoom up or something of it, it will be like close up of this one, and then you can't see the one that's upside down, so it'll just be, the screen will just be here, and then second camera is here, where then this one boops the other one's nose. Blomp. So then you can't see. You won't be able to see like this one's head be upside down. That's what I'm going for, but just for explaining what's going on. So it'd be easier. So it'd just be like this random hoof that would come out. And then the reveal of it is that she's upside down, kind of a thing. Or we just do it standard and try not to worry about that at all. I guess we can see whether or not in 3D this works or not. But yeah, it's good to make up, even if you're doing a 3D animation, it's still good to plan things out, make sure everything, you know, kind of flows, or like figure things out. Figure is most, I'm gonna take a drink and like reboot my system, maybe. I've just been on a way too much of a nervous, anxious high to haven't breathed in a while, so let's see. Hello. How you doing? Boop. I can boop you. I can boop myself. Yay. Thank you. Yeah, let's go into source and see what we can do. Ooh, just gotta zoom in. So what I'm probably gonna do is see if I can reset any of this. Actually, I don't know how to reset this now. I have this now, but I don't know what this. That's worse. Now I got this fall off, and now I don't want it anymore. If I just pull off to the sides. Oh, there we go. Okay. SFM is great for reaction faces. Let's see. So I want. It sounds like it's testy. That's my test working name for that. Interesting. So if I want to, can I animation set rig? I want to, and let's paste animation set. Do I now have two of them? There's probably I was gonna like change the yay, okay. I was gonna change the see what that looks like. Yeah. I was gonna change the stream title to be like noob source SFM animator tries to animate. Just ran out of time. Guess I can change it. It still lets, I guess. Yeah. Do I have it open? What's this? Source room here. I have it at almost 12 hours. Nice. All right. So most of that was just like opening and closing it for like 1 minute and going like, wait, that didn't work. Or like all these different models and stuff sometimes work. I still don't understand, like when I want to do stuff, why is it like sometimes these show up? Let's remove that. Sometimes that doesn't work. Or sometimes that makes it not work, I should say. Let's see. Hello. BAST Brushy, hello? You have 2,619 hours. Okay, well, maybe be able to help me then with some of this stuff then. 'Cause I'm trying to get the user mod stuff, which I do have somewhere. It's just not showing up. Thankfully, all I need is 2 Derpy, so this'll work. So Derpy, let's rename it to be Derpy 1. Yeah, my Team Fortress play count is also like, I can't actually see, but I'm guessing would be less than 3 hours. So yeah, so let's see here. So I want to just take everything here and probably just playhead back to 0. That's what that's as far as I got to like learn all this. Looks like the face. I want the. Oh, there's the jiggle bones. I just want to reset it back to default right now. I'm trying to just see where I can get the head position, that playhead to be 0 default. Let's see. Anyways, we should find it for a project or something. I know that's a while. So if I do it with default, just try to see if I can get this. Whoop. Now here's gone. Cool. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Pan. Let's see. So it still has the face at an angle. Also not. This one. Whoop. Then I can probably set the. That doesn't seem good either. Just trying to reset it back to normal. Is there like a import just a sequence? Let's see. With all these different keyframes as well. So I probably just delete all these as well. Just so nothing happens, hopefully. Or are these the eyes? What am I even doing at this point? If I delete this. I'm gonna try to say. It sort of works. It's not much of my. Let's see. Sorry if this is hard to watch. Whoops! She's going back there. No. No. How do I want reset back to, you know, back to T-pose? Reset pose back to T-pose would be really nice right now. Let's see. See if we get your friend here who actually knows us about. That would be good. Yeah. At this point, I'm trying, so any sort of help would actually be kind of appreciated there. Or like, how do I see what the values of all these are now? So I want to find. Is that what I want? I'm eventually gonna post this anyway, so. Well, you're gonna like poser into a pose anyway, so I don't know. These are wings open. That's interesting. Let's just hide the other one for now. Just focus on this. Does this animate? The camera animates. Let's remove the keyframes here. It's so weird. I'm obviously more used to 2D stuff, and I'm getting my legs wet with 3D stuff. So I'm much more used to Blender at this point, and I've only like opened this like this past week. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm just not equipped enough to just go, okay, I want this to happen and make it happen. So let's see. Let's see if the wings, can I edit the wings? Okay. Let's say I want left wing closed position. How do I make these? Some of these don't let me, like, click them. Nope. That makes it locked. That's the lock layer. Okay. Let's see. No. Let's see if I select these and say maybe left wing. What are all these? Oh, these are all the different bones for it, I think. Let's see. So I start to explain or try to say what I'm doing when I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this works. So I can sort of play with this. If I wanted to warp it up, that can work. Let's see. Guess I'll just keep it open for now. Let's see. I wanted to set this to be pretty standard. So then when I duplicate it again, I'll be able to just use, where's head go? Is there a search? Let's say I just want to like search for what I want. I don't even have to, does that mean I have to like look through every single one of these to see if I can find sort of alphabetical, but also not? It's hierarchy and not at the same time. Is this the head? Let's see. Hi. Hello. Let's see. Hi, ASP. Hello. Not being new is common to understand. Exactly. Night cartoons, welcome. This is my try to see what I can do kind of stream. Let's see. I play reduce not as much. Explaining. Okie dokie. Should I be in the editor here? The motion editor? How do I get back to the beginning of the... Well, let's just get to the beginning of that. I'll just wait for it to play here, and then I'll stop it on the right frame. But that works too. Okay. So I want head to be somewhat normal. Okay. Good. I'll press space or enter? Space. Enter. Enter. And then I want eyes. Where's eyes? E. No. But face. Face. Eyes. Eyes. Reset. Okay. Okay. But also sort of not. So I just do all these and say, hey, reset. Export taunt. Taunt animation? Import. Extract phenoms. Phenomines? Phenomines. Can I select all of these? Oh! You double click and you get a value. That's cool. Is that important? I might have crashed. Okay, we're good. Let me just save real quick. Okay, now we're doing. Motion editor is the best editor for after graph editor playing with both at the same time. Bookmarked, anything saved. Motion editor is the best for after graph editor. And for or okay, just trying to figure it out. Okay, so for after, then you go to the graph editor. Okay, at least I know what those mean. Graph editor is this one, so if I had animations, I'd be able to play with it more, I guess, more pose to pose or more freely. And then if I wanted, like, I want this to be 3.75%, you know, and then I'd be able to click on maybe this one, maybe, but also maybe not. How do I select? How do I say I want this? I want this. Well, I want this one. Whoa, the hair's freaking out. Okay. Wait. Am I not on select mode? I'm on that one. This one? this one. Let's say I want to select all these and then want to like move it. So that sort of does nothing. It's also not doing anything right now either for what's going on here. Let's see. I'm so used to Blender. This is hard. Like I just got good, you know, like you just get good at one software and then you just feel like you just are like really good at all this now. Like, you feel like you should be able to do anything, but also you feel like a dummy when you're like going into something different. It's like, uh-oh. Woo. Or just playing around. It's like, I think last time I said like SFM is just a video game that you can just keyframe. Like it's not so much as a true animation software. Like I can't really model or like make anything with this right now. It's like just playing with what I got, and if I don't understand what I have and what I'm doing, then it's not gonna turn out too well. And let's go back. Okay, well I got it in somewhat of a good place, good base. Just wanted to reset it back into normal. Let's see. Let's move after you try moving keys around. Okay. I think select is Shift A, I think. Or Alt Shift, I can select all. I think select everything would be that to be like inside of it. Looks like Control A. I think it's just a regular thing with Windows is the Control A to select everything. Shift A. Alt A, yeah, that don't do anything. But want to change this value now. Let's see. Let's move to Moon Army. Pretty hard for a 3D animator. I know. You either like discipline in 2D or 3D. I've tried both. I started out as a 2D animator. Obviously started with flipbooks and drawing stuff, and then I moved to Flash. I had a really good experience with Flash up to a point, and I was like, I feel like I'm trying to do more complex stuff, you know, with Flash that is not quite set up to do, or just wanted to expand my horizons. And it's just like I feel like I graduated enough from Flash that it's like I feel okay to see if I can see anything else. So I did get a Toon Boom Harmony, and it's like it's like Flash 3.0. Like you just get past 2.0. It's like it's incredible. So I would recommend Toon Boom. It's good. It gets my seal of approval. Let's see. But yeah, trying to do this kind of weird stuff with 3D is actually a little bit more tricky. It's weird. And it's like, oh. I mean, it's the same kind of action figure, kind of posing kind of stuff that Toon Boom has with puppeting, you know. The way that I usually animate with Flash and Toon Boom is using puppets or like rigs. So it's sort of the same thing where like with Flash and Toon Boom you get different controls set the things, so you like you still have to do the custom custom like make good rigs, so then this sort of stuff can work, you know. I don't know what my values are right now. Like if I just move this over, what's the value of what I just did? I guess I can see it in the graph right there, but it's also like is it set to 0? Like I want it to be 0. I want this to be 0. Can I just hit 0? In Blender, it's just like, okay, rotate, and then it's a number, and like rotate X 180. That means it'll rotate the object mathematically from its position to then that point. So this is like, we're 0 now. It's 0. 0's down here. So I want the rotation. I want to grab it. So I want the X. Where to go? How do I see where it just went now? Well, I just made that there. It's ready to just... How do I see what the value is? Like somewhere in here? This will be pretty cool if I can see what's going on. Because just seeing these values isn't exactly helpful. In here, you know? Like, where to go? What's going on here? Why does it change? I have a keyframe apparently with this. Let's say I want to remove this. Do I have to make a marker and then maybe graph editor and say, hey, zero that out, up, zero, ooh, maybe that'll set it back, and then now I can Z, the way to just, I want all my Blender controls. This is not fun. Let's see. I'm sure I was upset when I was trying to go from 2D to 3D, so I shouldn't be too ungrateful with all this. It's like, yeah, it sort of works. But yeah, this is tricky. So what do I got? What's my film now? Whoa, that's the wiggle bones. There you go. The camera still moves. Not sure why. Oh, is it the focal length? Is that what's going on? Field of view? Is that it? How do I see what the field of view? Yeah, so it's changing here. So let's say I want specifically from here to here. I want this to be playhead to ear bit out. And then just kind of set that. And then I want it to just be literally back to 0 so it doesn't change at all. So it is still sort of moving. Nope. So I select all of between here and here. I just want it to just not move. Maybe there's a hold. Hold's working. It's like trying to do two different values and it's still trying to even that out. So that's not quite what I want. Kind of do that and then just be really, really small amount of value. But it's still kind of weird. See, it still goes up. So if I wanted the stage or to type it in the scene to go longer, it'd still get a not work. See, like over here, it's gonna break. Let's see. There is this keyframe. Would that just do it? Now where am I? No. There's still this little hitch up here. I'm just trying to set everything out so like nothing moves. Why is that like so hard? Overwrite maybe. Offset. It's more just me trying to just play around for this and see how to just set this up to just stay still. Basically just have everything just stop. Okay, I think we're good. Oh man, that's tricky. Okay, well, I want to move the camera back a little bit, kind of adjust this, maybe a little bit higher. Okay, so I just learned obviously the basic controls here. I wanted Blender to have these kind of video gamey kind of walk around stuff for like just moving the camera around to like kind of go around and kind of look at things at different perspectives. But trying it here, it's like I'm not sure if I actually want that anymore. It is actually a little bit more complex to just navigate around with the scene. Anyway, save that. Save that. Okay. Now we got this. We got this. We got this so far. Yay. I've successfully, I think, set this up so that I got it in a position that everything seems to be okay, and I don't think anything breaks. At least nothing's... Everything here should be still. Okay. Cool. Okay, what do we do next? Let's see, did we figure out... Not more people are here. Would you like to see this version where we kind of have close-up of one and then close-up of two and they move each other and they both kind of like either sit, or at this point I'm probably just gonna have them be standing and then they just kind of boop each other's nose and then zoom out and then end? Or would you like version 2? I'm trying to get back to the beginning. Or it'd be basically the same thing, but then one of the derpies is upside down and flying or something. Which at this point now I'm thinking that that might be maybe over my league. Try to get that to work. Try to get this upside down horse and try to have her like flap, and I think there's different like motion, like you can have like a cycle, that's it. Like a cycle, just have like an animation of like a walk. That could like just keep copy and pasting over and over until I say stop. But good morning. How you doing? Let's see. I think we're just at this point. I'm just gonna try and set up this shot and see what happens. Where we'll just have close up of one and then the hoof of the other one. Oops. And then we'll see where that goes. If I could do that, that would be fantastic. Start. Okay. Walk loop cycling is what I called it. Okay. Walk loop cycling. I guess, yeah, instead of like walk one step, you know. Walk cycle is usually I think the more colloquial, just kind of, it does sound a little bit too much when it's a loop cycle, because I think loop and cycle kind of sort of imply the same thing, but maybe it's more technical or something. I don't know. That's okay. Transform. So now we're just gonna get, are there like keyboard shortcuts to like move the camera and the work one to like be like, I just want to look from it from the top, you know, like one of the quad views kind of style, where I just want it to be. I have to play with the field of view as well. But when I did that, it actually remembered that that was a thing that I wanted. What happened here? How do I see what that just did? Let's see. It's breaking. It's disappearing. That's interesting. Okay. That's not good. This one's be pretty close. Perfect. Cut that, and that's what we want. Focal distance may need to be. Let's have it be closer. Let's have it be on them. I guess. I'm just kind of playing with this until something looks okay. Excuse me there. Let's change field of view again. Guess it needs to be actually a little bit less, and then I just zoom it out. But I can't unless I click that button, and then I zoom out. Oh yeah, that looks better now. Okay. Move it down. I'm holding like blender buttons like, oh, I want to hold control to like move it in smaller increments, and it's like that seems to not be working. Cool. I just want to zoom in using a mouse wheel, but I have to like hold left click and then W to kind of move forward. Great. Let's move Derpy to root transform position. That one's 2. I have to redo this. Numbering label done. And we'll be add a site. Add it to play with Derpy 2's rotation. You can click rotation and then do the XYZ rotation, but it doesn't automatically switch over to rotation mode in here. Like I didn't have to still select rotation mode to then actually still do my differencing here. So I'm just going to rotator this way. Go back to camera. Now if I want to change the position of it, I have to then go back here and then manually click that. What was I going to do? Moving the camera. To then do this. So I'm just slowly setting this up to be sort of way to see like my 3 what's it called? Rule of threes? Can I see my rule of threes or something? With Doom Boom, you actually can set up rules of threes and set up a field guide so you can see like where the camera safety points are. Because with the 50s style and 60s styles TVs, they were like more oval shaped. So like the actual film strip would be a little bit vignetted or kind of cut off. So like a little bit of the actual screen would be cut off. You can imagine a little vignette or something. Is that one of these? No. So that's like the screen safe margin is actually like a ½ inch or so like within inside here. So then the actual like for sure screen space that you can actually for sure would know that would be always be seen would always be a little bit inward. So having that always is good to even just with general stuff like this to get good composition is just make sure that you're not literally having the hair and the head be here, because then you'll obviously for sure know that it'll always be cut off. So it's always good to have a little bit more and then just a little bit more. So I'm just going to keep it a little bit there and then just kind of center this out. So there we go. So it's always good to have a little bit of headroom and either side to be a little bit set up there. So there we go. So I'm pretty happy with that. So then at some point we'll need the other horse to, can't select it, obviously you have to like select it in the thing here and set this up. Want their positions to be matching. So I did move their positions here. Let's see. Let's see. So I guess the easy way to just be kind of move them into position here and kind of set up this. But what if I don't want to do that though? I apparently also keyframed it, so maybe I'll just move it back to keyframe 1 and say, don't worry about that. I have to go back here, I guess, and then set the root transform Y. This one. She's falling over. That's the wrong one. Okay, and then just kind of set it up to be some percentage. Gonna use this one. Set up so they're kind of about the same, and then move it back. off screen. Maybe just a little bit less. So this is just layout to make sure that everything's nice and tidy. With all this, I don't know what I just did. Cool. Okay. Good. Okay. Next. Where did this not turn green? There we go. How are we doing? So I think for right now we'll just make it the 2 shots. How many shots? There was 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 shots. So I'll just go in like maybe a second in. I think these are set to frames. I think I set them these up here. Timecode display to be total frames, because I understand that better. Maybe 30 frames. And then I learned to blade it with B. Is that right? Because now this is shot 2, and so I can then move the camera. Is that what's going on? So this will happen. And this will be shot 2. And then I could probably extend this. Because I haven't animated anything yet, so should be fine, right? If I move this over. Can't have blank frames, right? They can be hold a different button. Then you can like move this to be longer, hopefully. If I wanted this to be 40 frames, I should extend that longer. Okay. Okay. Want this one to be longer now. This is why we probably wanted to time this in to be an automatic, so it actually has this to be a certain amount of time. And then, poof. It's a little fast. Boop, boop. Boop. And then, nope, let's go back. This is Flash. I'm using Animate now. It's about the same thing. It's the same software, it just got renamed recently, a couple years ago. And then, so this might be 5 seconds or so. Let me zoom out. Maybe like 5 to 6. So it's good to like make sure that everything's works good in here first. What happens here? Why does it go boop? Oh, it's because of the end. Let's remove that. Boop. Boop. I'm anticipating some sort of like reaction or something to like have some fall off, so then you can. Because if I just cut here to next shot, it'll be too fast. So I'm just hanging on this for a bit, and I might want to hang on for it for a little bit longer. And because we already sort of know what's going on here, we can be a little bit faster here, just a bit. And then have this be a little bit longer. And this be a little bit longer. And then camera go out. So maybe like 6 to 7 seconds. Okay. So I have a general idea of what I want. More planned out the 2D storyboard it is, then it just makes this into a blueprint and going, okay, so now I know basically now what I want, you know. I can just kind of go like, oh, about 20 frames in, I can do this, you know. Use this as a guide to figure out like, because if I figured out that this works in times well, then I could just use this to just kind of go back and forth between these two, 2D and 3D, and kind of work around it. Because trying to like jazz it, you know, try to just hope that it works in 3D and time it out gets exponentially way more complex. So I just find it to be a little bit safer and more easier to just kind of figure it out in 2D and just make it storyboard and just have fun with this to make sure that everything works. And if I like it here, then it'll be more easier to just translate it rather than hoping that maybe when I go into 3D and just kind of going like, I hope this idea works, and it gets way too complex. So roughly 2 seconds there. 2 seconds is 48 frames. We saw that this was going to be 5 seconds there plus how much? So it's just going back and forth. 160-ish. So I got that. Okay. So I want this to be a little bit longer. Let's go to like 48. Where am I? I'm on 46. So if this is the right way to do it, I'm not like messing animation up. Hopefully. Let's see. Hello, Joker. How you doing? Kind of going back and forth through my storyboard and my layout now and see roughly where everything is. I can probably make this longer and then figure out where my next one will be. That'll be roughly 95-ish, let's say. Usually my storyboards are pretty... my storyboard's usually too fast, so that's usually an issue. At least I now have this as a setup, so then I can kind of work from this template, you know? I don't actually know how these shots work, or if it actually somehow magically knows that because it's a shot it means something different, you know? But at least now I can kind of shift the camera over. And so now I got... whoa. Let's see. Bye, Sasha. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Just about on time as well, so I'm not sure about that. Move this over a little bit. And I think I'll move Derpy 1, which is apparently this one. Move transform. Move transform. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Exit, exit, exit. Okay. What the heck? What am I doing wrong? What mode did I get into? I'm scared. Oh. Oh? I'm stuck in this mode now? Okay. Well, that was actually scary. I didn't know what was going on there. Oh, cool. Because this is now shot 1. This is now where shot 2 starts, and this is shot 3. I can now kind of figure out where I want this Derpy to be. It'd be more over here. Boop. So in theory, yes. If you look here, and shoot in jumps to that position, which is right, and then at here, we'll do the camera again. Beep. Transform, please. Where can I do it? Transform, camera, please. Why can't I do it? Oh, it had to be literally in shot 3. And then transfer. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Sure. Center it here. Zoom out. Field of view. So that'd be pretty wide. Position. That's how slow it is. Okay. And then it's just going to be pretty centered on them. And kind of close because I want to do a zoom out. And then I'll have Derpy 1 be a little bit closer. Derpy 2 will also be a little bit closer. Transform. Whoop. That's why you don't go too fast. You can also press F to find it. and then go a little bit closer. Which means I need to recenter the camera. It's all the fun of manually setting everything up. Yeep. See that there Derpy 1. Nope, Derpy 2. Oh, you can double click and open it. Cool. My hand was falling off the mouse. It just magically just double clicked on it. So I heard that if you hold shift, that'll stick to the floor. I don't think that works. Okay, cool. Is there a different button that I'm missing? Otherwise I have to do this. That sort of works. I want to not see that. There you go. I think that works. Yep. Just trying to make sure that the position here works. Don't want to clip it, but I also want to be pretty close, you know? So there we go. In theory, I could probably just move everything and then have it so that she's not on the button. Let's see though. I think we're good. Okay. Hi, Derry. Right, Darius? Hello. And let's go again to save all that position-y stuff that we did, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Green means good. Orange means not affected by anything yet. Not committed yet, I guess. Hopefully this works. Let's see. Okay, and so it'll just kind of jump around, but it's movie magic that they kind of have to. Okay. Oh, Jugabone's on her tail because I technically moved the one on the right over a little bit. That kind of then offsets her her position. I had this issue with Toon Boom actually, where I had sort of the same thing where like I set up physics for hair in my G5 short animation I did a couple months ago. I set up these sort of bones or sort of like physics. I had the physics enabled on these hair pieces in Toon Boom in these 2D animation, and I had the same issue where I had the characters move between shots or like jump around just so that it can be either off camera and then in the next shot be on camera. And Toon Boom would interpreted that as emotion, and so that would kick in the physics to have the hair freak out and kind of have the whole gambit of the whoosh kind of motion. So it's like, oh, that's not right. So I'd have to like manually go in and say like, okay, on last keyframe of first shot, turn off physics, go to first keyframe of shot 2, and then turn it back on, and then that should start to that should alleviate that. That's like, okay, can't have to turn physics on and off just so that the this sort of stuff doesn't happen, where the physics kind of kick in between, you know, shots. So like that kind of movie magic kind of doesn't work all the time. So, oh well. Anyway, I got this so far, and I'm weirdly proud of this so far. Because like it took an hour just to get this going, but I've actually learned a lot, and thank you guys. Thank you ESP and Derpy and everyone else who gave me tips. Thank you for that. I definitely feel more comfortable in Blender. Get probably after this work more in Blender and feel like, man, I have a good. Just knowing a lot of the more keyboard shortcuts and just like knowing a lot more, just like, you know, that working with. There you go. Favorite main 6. Actually, that's in my description. If you read down below, I got a pretty lengthy description, but there is a frequently asked questions, and that's in there as one of my questions. Thank you, Darius. also segue into, there's also my social media links in there, and a couple other what program I'm using right now, and the how to Derpy VTube works, and what hardware I'm using, which is just basically the tablet though. So there you go. Yeah, that's why I put all that stuff in there, so you guys can peruse through there and see. There's a lot in there, but it's all pretty condensed of a lot of good information in there. Thank you though. With that, I think I'll go to toaster time. Let's go to there she is. Got my juice. I'm not working with physics can be a pain. That's the understatement of the day. Ah, boy. Yeah. Physics, even in 2D and 3D, always, always have to, know what to, yeah. You have to, like, turn it off a lot of times to make it work better. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Thank you, guys. If you're new here, this is my toaster time where I can, is it shoot the breeze? Is that the expression? Where we just kind of just talk now. So now I can literally lean back now and then talk with you guys. So now we're just kind of focusing on strictly talking with you guys instead of trying to divide up my brain to do two things at once. Now I can just do one thing, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. So, how you guys doing? How much do I like the movie up? As like in a tier list, I don't think it's in my top 3 in terms of Pixar movies, strictly Pixar movies. I don't think it's in the top 3, so it's somewhere in the middle, probably like a C or D tier. One of those. I think my top 3 would be Toy Story 2, WALL-E, and something else probably. Ooh, that's hard. Some of the newer ones keep making it really good. I think like a B tier might be like Good Dinosaur. I know a lot of people don't like Good Dinosaur, but it's like I like it. It's really pretty. The environments are just outstanding and gorgeous. Story is weak, but everything else besides that is just fantastic. Monsters Inc. Yes, that's a really great one. I haven't seen the sequels to Monsters Inc. or Finding Nemo, or I guess Cars. Kind of stopped watching the sequels era. There was like a very specific era of Pixar where it's like they were just doing sequels, and it just kind of fell off of all of that. Yeah. How did you like your profile picture I do for you? Darius. Oh, is that actually you? Oh, sick. Sometimes I forget to actually send these things in. I remember the pictures, yeah. It's hard to always put names with them. Definitely, yeah. Was it on one of these on paper? Those are really hard to, because they don't get the extra luxury of looping tools and fill tools. Can't erase a whole fill. So that's outstanding. If your picture turned out great. Very well done. So I put it on this fan art section here, so you guys can enjoy it and enjoy it for longer. And that was from one of my streams. All these are from my streams in some way or another, where I made this weird Mario. Yeah. I've probably seen either Finding Nemo or Monsters Inc. the most out of the other movies. I might have seen Monsters Inc. more. Or at least definitely the DVD version of the behind the scenes and stuff, because I really wanted to. As a kid, I wanted to be a filmmaker. I wanted to do this animation stuff, and I'm living my dream, one step at a time with all these different softwares and stuff. I haven't used Source Filmmaker in like over 9 years, and I still only have like 10 hours in it. And I definitely got a lot of experience with other animation stuff. I definitely have 7, 8 years of just Flash animation, and then like 2 years of Toon Boom, and then like 1 or so years of Blender, and now I got 10 hours of SFM. So if you could do animation in one program or any kind of medium, then all those kind of principles of 12 principles of animation always kind of like transfer over. So I never feel like I'm starting over, you know. Especially 2D, 3D, 2D transition to 3D. It's like, oh, I can still pretend that the 3D environment, you know, is a flat plane, and then I can still kind of modify it. And a lot of 2D stuff, I'm trying to make it look 3D anyway, so there's not really too much of a huge gap as much as you think. And it's like, okay, with the 2D stuff and the puppet stuff, I still feel like I'm doing, it's like 2D paper dolls to action figures, you know. It's like they both kind of have joints, and they both, you know, have articulation, so it's not that much of a gap, you know, to like jump from a paper doll, which has the fasteners and those kind of rotations, to an action figure which you can stop motion and animate it from there. So something like that, where it's like, it's just kind of like, okay, I can now rotate an action figure's head in 3D space now, instead of trying to, in 2D, having to like draw out what that should look like. Instead of having all this guesswork with 2D, it's like, okay, I get this rotation for free, so let's use that to my advantage. Let's see. If I mess up, I have to get a new sheet of paper and things. Yeah, that's the worst. With Inktober, I had a couple mishaps with my Inktober where I erased it too hard and crinkled my paper. Yeah, I had to restart. Favorite Christmas movie, mine is Polar Express. Disney's A Christmas Carol. Favorite MLP episode, Derpy's best background character, yes. But actually, says Derpy's a secondary character, basically. She has a whole talking role now. The slice of life, she had a whole B section, or like almost became like an A section of a storyline. Yeah. Circle back around. Favorite Christmas movie? Ooh. Yeah, I haven't really seen too many, to be honest. Definitely seen, even like some of the classics, I haven't really watched all of them, you know? Like, I don't actually think I've seen, what is it? Home Alone. I don't think I've actually seen that. I definitely don't have a good memory of it. I think I've just seen so many clips that I can kind of piece it together, but I don't think I've actually seen it in full. So, let's see. Not actually sure. I would have to think about that a lot more to make sure I go through the entire list. Yeah. Give everyone a muffin. Thank you. I tried to, earlier today, I found a muffin workshop, Steam workshop model. I tried to figure it out, but yeah. Somehow my dynamic link or something didn't, it broke somewhere. So, fortunately, I wasn't able to get that in. Because otherwise, I might have potentially done the muffin idea. You know? Because that was the main problem that I said at the beginning, is I don't have a muffin model. So I could have, you know, done that as an idea. Because there was a specific idea you guys came up with last time, where it was like, Derpy juggles a muffin, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't have a Derpy, I don't have a muffin model, so how am I gonna do that? So I downloaded it, but now I can't access it, which is still odd, and that's why it took a couple minutes to set up the stream. So anyway, muffin. Favorite Disney movie? Definitely saw Disney Pass. True. Favorite Disney movie? Ooh, jeez, that's a lot. Because that can also include, you know, anything on Disney Plus. Like, that's a huge amount of different franchises. Then, you know, maybe animated Disney. Let's see. Think of new generation is good. Give it 8 out of 10. The same as the story stuff is like they always feel very weak. where like they as kids movies, it's hard to really they have to like make it a simple plot, but also make it so that the world's at stake every time. And it's like, they didn't have a dance battle or dance off, or at the end. Like there's always supposed to be at a kids movie. There's always supposed to be a dance scene. Shrek probably started it. I don't know. So that was interesting. It's definitely got potential. It's definitely it's a setup, anthology of trying to set up the bridge between 4 and 5. So as a movie that's purpose is to do that, of introducing characters and setup and stuff, then it's really great. But if you want to be critical about it as a movie itself, then it kind of falls apart in some places. So characters are cute, environments are always gorgeous. I watched the behind the scenes, those kind of clips that they showed where the concept art and the all the like the backgrounds, or like the skies, the skies are like painted, or at least a different element. And I thought that was really interesting, that instead of having a bottled out 3D clouds in a sun, it's like, don't even bother, just have that be as matte painting. Just in Photoshop, just draw a bunch of clouds in a sky and place that behind everything. And it's like, wow. That's cool. Let's see. Favorite Mlp Villain? Sombra is cool. Yeah. Definitely didn't have enough screen time, or I mean, it just kept killing off Sombra every time. He never really got to do anything. Even when they did like the like season 8 or 9, when they tried to do the band of villains, like they immediately killed off Sombra. It's like they really don't know what to do with him. Was he in one of the comics? I haven't really read any of those. For enough to know. I think Chrysalis is a fun character. Yeah, I would go with Chrysalis. I think she's cool. And she didn't get redeemed. Like that's impressive for pony standards, If I seen Bolt, yes, that was okay. I don't have an opinion one way or the other about it. That was interesting that they apparently used a different, or at least development started differently. Like it was like gonna be a different movie, and then it became Bolt. Like it was weird, like 80s, 90s kind of weird CEO merger change of the guard CEO thing, and Bob Iger, and Bob Iger did like a bunch of stories that were thrown at him for some reason. That like completely rework a bunch of them, and a lot of canceled movies around that time. But one of them became Bolt as a story, so that was interesting. Oh, Discord's great. I'm kind of biased against Discord because I animated on a different perspective. So I'm kind of tired of seeing his face, I had to like lip sync it and like animate to with I Love Impossible Lots animation. So yeah, that was something. Let's see. Tangled. I watched Tangled in math class one time. I watched it before, and then I don't know, wasn't too long linger, but yeah, my school has a weird like, well, we don't have any homework for you today, let's party, It happened like a lot, like way too many more times than you would actually think over my school tenure. It's like, it's like they really just ran out of stuff to teach. And it's like, let's have a pizza party. Woo, let's go. Let's watch some movies. So in math class, like in junior high or high school, I always get those confused. Yeah. One classmate, she was like, hey, I got the Blu-ray of Tangled. You guys want to watch that? It's like, all right. So, we just spent a whole math class, period, where it's like an hour or so. I'm just watching, I guess, 2/3 of Tangled. Instead of doing any math that day. So, yeah. It's pretty good. It's definitely, yeah. It's the first 3D Disney princess movie. It's not the first 3D Disney movie. Because they would go whooping all the way full circle back to the canceled movies. There was going to be a pretty interesting 2D, 3D mix movie. They kept changing titles, so I don't know what it is anymore now. It got canceled like in the late 90s or something. It was about a bunch of different toys. They look like different toys of different kind of different eras and different styles, and they were 3D animated, but everything else, the rest of the cast, environments and stuff, were all 2D animated. So they were all hand-drawn, regular Disney animated, but then these toys were like 3D animated, and then it was just like a big tech test to see if they could how complicated is that pipeline, you know, to do. Like, it's not enough just to even just do 3D and trying to figure that out. You have to, yeah. They also were like, let's do a hybrid and try to figure that out as well. So I wonder why it got canceled, but apparently it got stuck in story development and just couldn't figure out the story itself, and just they probably just got too focused on trying to make up the. It got really complicated, like lore of like why these toys are alive or like what these toys mean, and they kept changing what the story was. So eventually it just became like, yeah. Probably became too expensive to keep working on it, keep workshopping on it. That didn't work out. There were some pretty cool YouTube videos talking about it. I don't know what to search for. See if I could find it. I was really interested in it because I like 2.5D kind of style. I love that kind of style where like half of stuff is a 2D and everything else is 3D. Let's see. Brave. I definitely had good hype going into it. Again, it's just, I don't know. Some of the humor, some of the story stuff. It's always like the story. It's like, that's always like the weakest part, but it's Pixar, so why is it not, you know? Disney canceled that channel. Canceled movie. 3D. 2D toys. But not Toy Story. Here's a list. Don't start me at 1934. So it was a 90s thing. Come on. Very early 2000s. Let's see. Why is it Treasure Planet? Oh, Treasure Planet 2. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, we could just search for toy. Babes in Toyland. Nope. Christmas. Just for that. Maybe they didn't have anything to do with toys, but they definitely look like toys. So now I'm more confused. I want to find it. Why is it so hard when I want to find something now? I'm sorry. Let's see. How you guys doing? Derpy's my best friend. I would agree. I think Ups is best Pixar because of the action and music. Oh yeah, well definitely the first 5 minutes. That's always everyone's favorite part. I honestly can't tell you what happens really much after that. They just kind of walk around in the jungle and then they eventually arrive on a, a blimp airship, and then what happens after that and action stuff. Cool. But definitely the first 5 minutes, definitely. Oh yeah, there was a whole like gonna be found other pictures. There's gonna be a what's the Mickey Wii game? There's gonna be a whole series about that, like a whole TV series or movie or something about that. Where they were gonna talk about the little green gremlin guys or something. Yeah. Let's see. Still trying to find it. Oh, there's a wiki. Maybe that'll help. Cancel movies. Disney movies. Okay, cool. I just gotta look through all these. Yay. How am I doing? What was the last scary munchies? I'm the rain and blues for no chimney causing house to fall. Yeah. Then it sort of just kind of retconned with the Doug short stories where it's like, he just immediately just sells his house, whatever. Like the entire purpose of everything. It was like, of the whole movie was like, yeah, to get the house to South America. And then to get it back to America, North America. And then he just sells it. It's like, in a nutshell, it's like, oh. Still looking. Huh. Why is this the hardest part? Untitled Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. Ooh, wow. Kingdom Under the Sun. Yeah, that was Emperor's New Groove movie. The first version, first draft of it. That was pretty cool. What it sounded like. Chicken Little 2. That didn't happen. Might have to give up on it. Sorry. I can find a video and there's a list of them. Or find a guy who did some of these. Anyway, the story was that that movie was like it was passed over for Chicken Little to be the first 3D movie. First 3D Disney movie. Disney produced movie. What's this? Yeah. I have to find it later. Oh well. Surprised that that's sick. That was really hard to find. Have I seen Meet the Robinsons? Yes. Can't tell you anything that happened in it. Maybe it's toys. Might be breaking it up. Then I get a whole bunch. Oof. Lincoln. There was a Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln toy was in it. Nope, now I'm only getting... Oh, come on. You Google search Disney movie cancel Lincoln and you get Lincoln to film. 2012. Lincoln, is it a Disney movie? Touchstone, which is a conglomerate of everything. Man. Remember seeing it everywhere. It's always like a recommended video. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Found it. Okay. Okay. We did it. Okay, we did it. Okay. Let's go. Okay. My Peoples. That's why I didn't think of it. Because I was like, it's kind of a weird name. Okay. Produced in the 1990s. Okay. By the co-director of Milan. Whoa! Never brought in... Didn't get voice actors... Well, positions was going to appearance. It was scrapped in favor of Chicken Little in the early 2000s. Okay, cool. So now you guys can look that up. There There was different characters. There was an angel, Abraham Lincoln, Minister, good old boy, bluesman, crazy, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, then it turned into A Few Good Ghosts. So it's like it just kept getting the different titles, so that's when I memorize it. Then it just had different ideas of how to go about it. It looked really cool. They had some test footage that got leaked, and it's like, wow, like it looks cool with the mix, that kind of style. That they had like one shot where like the 2D character's beard was like being tugged by the 3D character. I should have said that backwards, but that the 3D character was able to interact with the 2D characters, like different elements and stuff, and I just thought it looked really cool. So there we go. That was worth it, right? It took me that long. Okay. Anything else? Let's see. Excuse me. Let me get some juice. I can do my regular wrap up. From 20,000 blues up to 10,000 blues with no lift. Sounds getting heavy. Maybe like different kind of, instead of like helium, maybe something heavier. Let's see. So I'm still working on a whole bunch of stuff, like way too much stuff right now. Obviously, I'm still working. We're gonna next time on Tuesday, we're gonna keep working on this. Maybe we'll start to like keyframe and do some basic, very generic poses, and then after that, we'll get into more refined animation. So we'll see. This might take probably until the end of the month if I really want it to look pretty. Yeah, so this might take a while. Who knows? I don't know how long it'll take. It's not today just how long it took to literally just set everything up. Or just to set up all this, reset what I had before into this new version here. Yeah. Thank you, Elijah. So I'm working on that, and then maybe during the weekend I'll also work on the Blender 3D Derpy that we kind of fizzled out in interest of doing this SFM animation instead. So there's a lot to like more just clean up with that. I think the general animation for that is pretty refined, so I think I just have to do refine the tail in that, and then maybe make a background, but at this point I don't think I'll want to make a background. So I will just make it so it's in a pleasable state, and then upload that. Thank you, Derpy. Shoo. And the Joker. Thank you, guys. Let's see. I'm also working on, let's see, well, also the movie, the Paper Derpy movie. I did yesterday. I posted a couple quick pose pictures to Patreon. So on Patreon, you become a patron starting at $1 a month. You get access to a whole bunch of stuff that I've posted on there. A lot of Derpy movie stuff, a whole bunch of behind the scenes assets. We'll say, not to get your hopes up, is that there's no like animation assets per se. It's a lot of storyboards. It's a lot of concept art, background design. Did some music for the last chapter. So a lot of raw music song files that I used. So you get it without the sound effects and extra mixing and stuff. You get that just plain raw, I guess. So a whole bunch of that for, I think, pretty much every movie chapter. You definitely get the storyboards for all of them, and then some extra bits. So Let's see. So patreon.com/Yoshi Greenwater. You can join up on there. There's also a link in the description, I think, hopefully, where you can join up on there too. So it'll be a win-win where you get stuff and I get stuff. Where I kind of get your money, and then I give you a whole bunch of cool concept stuff. Yeah, it's really fun. So trying to do it weekly now, even if it seems like I don't really have much to share each week. You know, it's not like a huge substantial, like, look, I did 3 shots, check this out. It's kind of like, oh, I kind of modified the thing that I showed you last time, and it looks a little better. So you can kind of follow along my process and see how far I get in a week, I guess. So you can help me to work a little bit harder each week so I can have more stuff to show you. Help me with that. And with that, I think we're good. We can head out. I think I did an hour and a half, maybe? How long have I been going? I don't know. That doesn't say. Still don't know. I can't tell. Cool. Okay then. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Elijah, for all the questions, and thank you, Darius and Elijah. I was gonna say someone else. Derpy, Joker. Thank you all you guys and everyone else. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you later. There we go. Thank you guys. Take care. Yeah. Until next time then. Okay. Bye guys. Bye everyone.